Yeah, now I'm on live. Actually, there was a technical problem earlier. मैं गल करनी सी as always spouse visa जिन्होंने के बारे में पता है कि spouse visa तो मेरा बहुत interest है. I don't do express entry, I don't do humanitarian, I don't do refugee, I don't do any other things. Marriage related cases is one of my favorites. This is what I like to do. This is my interest. This is what I research in. In the past, about 1 year, I must have seen nearly 500 cases at the least. I see one or two cases every day on a daily basis. And I've got a lot of success and some refusals as well. But on refusals, I always learn something new and I try to improve, and let's see how we can satisfy the visa officer. Uh, Currently, the mood about the open work permit, especially from India, is they need to see a lot of money, a lot of establishment, beside other factors, for the applicant. So if the wife is in Canada on a study visa and the husband is in India, they need to see that the husband is established in India. What is the meaning of establishment? That means they must have a job, they must have ties to India, and they must show that they are willing to return after. Of course, it's too much to ask, but typically at this stage of application, they must be willing to have ties to return back to India. They are always. I divide these cases in four different kinds. I have some people calling in. Amrit, hello sir. Amrit, is there any family Saudi said for husband? Um, so I'll come to it. If you guys, if you have to ask any question, you can always call me. My number, I've got the phone in my hand. My number is 780. Maybe I should type here. Should I type the number here? So I'm going to type my number here, and this is my Canada number. So you can call this number. Also on WhatsApp, you can call this number. I can take your call live on YouTube if you prefer. People can hear your problem as well, and I can give you solutions. If I know the answer, I'll let you know. If I don't, then I'll tell you I don't know the answer. All right, it's very simple. So there are three kinds of husband establishment as far as I see from the point of view of spouse visa. One is the person who has a very good job in India. Maybe he's making 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees per month. He has a good job, stable job. He's working for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years in that same company. They have a good income tax return and they have a good bank balance showing salary deposits. So that's the premium client right on the top. This is very good establishment. The second kind of client that I see is a husband who has very little income, maybe 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees a month, working in a small company or a small organization with not much of a brand presence. The job is recent, maybe working only for 2 months or 3 months, and they don't have a stable employment history. So that's the second kind of applicant I see. The third kind of applicant I always get is people who have no jobs. You can imagine if the wife is in Canada and the husband is possibly have returned from Dubai, or maybe he's working as a farmer, or he does not have any job, or maybe they quit the job because in anticipation they're looking to go to Canada, and they have quit the jobs and they have nothing to show, no job, no salary, no income, no ITR, no income tax return even, and on top of that, no bank balance. So that's the third kind of client I see. Of course, the as and when your establishment goes up, the chances of your open work permit also increases. And just the way the current attitude is that to to get the visa, you need establishment. Let me just repeat a few things. One is you must have a job, you must have a proof of income, you must have a good proof of income, good proof of good income, of course. You must have a good bank balance. You must have a good establishment, maybe possibly some kind of current income coming in from cash balance in your bank statement. At present, what I'm seeing is the people who are in the third category. I'm not worried about the first category, and maybe not much of the second category also. But people who are in the third category who have no job, they are maybe in the possibly in the farming. They need to show at least 10 to 11 to 12 lakh rupees as cash balance in the account. And I prefer that you print your bank statement for the past 12 months. That means for every 12-month period, that means starting from November 2009. I'm sorry, 2000, from January onwards, from January, February, March, April till November. At the least, you have every month of your bank statement printed with detailed transaction list, debit and credit, and an average balance ending up to around 10 lakhs, 11 lakhs, or 12 lakhs. That's the minimum that I would recommend that you have. Otherwise, they're going to say that you don't have the money to you don't have the sufficient liquidity or proof of assets or proof of financial resources to take to Canada, and your application will be refused. And I see those applications all the time, and I feel disappointed. Sometimes they don't have the money, and there's nothing I can do to show the money. So that's what I have to say. भाटिया साहब की कह रहे हैं कि स्पाउस वीजा स्पाउस वीजा क्वालिफिकेशन रिक्वायरमेंट भाटिया साहब ये ते सवाल ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੈ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੇ 2 ਘੰਟੇ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ ਸਪਾਊਸ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਕੁਆਲੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ you can check some of the videos, you'll get to know, and then you can ask your spouse to sponsor the application for you. Your spouse, if it's in Canada, they can do the application, and documents also she will know. If you want to go to a lawyer, they can give you a checklist, and then you can follow the documents from there. Bade Saab, in ITR, how many last years? 1-2 years? Yeah, I would prefer ITR for at least 2 years, minimum 2 years. I mean, less than 2 years, it does not tell anything. So if you're showing your income tax return, I would prefer that all of you have income tax return for at least 2 years, if not more. Rai Sonu's keh rahe hain, Sat Shri Akal, Baji, Sat Shri Akal, Amrit Jaildar keh rahe hain, hello sir. काफ़ी सारी एप्लीकेशन अपन रोज़ देखते हैं कि पैसे करके जो एस्टैब्लिशमेंट करके जो रिफ्यूज़ होती हैं, I feel very disappointed, and there's nothing I can add to it unless you have the financial resources. They will not get you the visa no matter what it is. And I had a recent case where somebody was refused for lack of money. I think they were showing 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs. I don't remember how much. And still, I thought it was a pretty good, decent application. It had a good proof of, spousal relationship, good chat history, good photographs and wedding ceremonies, and pretty much even the farm income was showing as decent, but the cash balance was close to 7 or 8 lakhs rupees, and it got rejected. The reason is, assets and financial resources. So if you have to proceed, you need to have close to 11 lakhs, 12 lakhs. I think that's the range that I'm expecting for you to have. People who are thinking of doing the spouse application in the future, it's not that suddenly all of a sudden at the last month you start applying and then you get the bank statement. You need to plan this ahead 1 year in advance. That means every year, starting from that 12-month period, you need to maintain that bank balance so that if you are depositing a salary or depositing some kind of foreign income, your income comes out to be 10 to 11 lakh rupees as a stable, consistent banking history. Shirish Ahuja keh rahe, my business is registered 6 months ago and we have 11 lakh in joint account name in passports of each other. That's good, Shirish. If you have 11 lakhs in joint account, I hope it's in India. Business, you have to definitely start collecting your business incorporation certificates, your licensed, if you have a private limited or something, some kind of proof of ownership of the business. You need to also have your balance sheets or income statement, profit loss statement of the business for at least 2 years, I would say. And then how much money you are making if you have a partnership or you're getting some salary from it. So you need to maintain all of this, and that's how it is. Bhatti Saab, I have already given my answer to you, how much funds in bank account, I said I would prefer that people have a close to at least 11, between 11 and 12 lakh rupees. I think that's the minimum that cash balance should be in your as an average cash balance for the past, I would say 12 months in your banking history. That's the ideal. Anything less than that is not ideal. So it's something called prime, and then there's subprime. So that's what it is. So if you have any other questions to ask me, if you are anywhere, wherever in Canada or India, wherever. So my number is listed 780-707-4831, and you are always welcome to give me a call. Maybe right now I can take your call. Uh, I also wanted to talk a little bit about common law sponsorship. Uh, these applications, what we do at present, are called spousal application. That means you must be married, you must be a husband and wife, but there's no requirement in the law that you must necessarily be husband and wife. If you are common law, you can still apply and sponsor each other. That means if you choose not to marry, but if you're living together as a common law partner, and you can search on Google the definition of common law partner. Specifically, you must be living like husband and wife for at least 12 months, even though you do not have a marriage certificate. Still, you can claim common law status for the other partner and then sponsor him. Canadian Embassy will take your application and they will decide whether, if you meet the definition of common law partner, then you will proceed forward in that category. So it's not a big issue. So I just got a call, I think, a few days ago, and I just wanted to give my response publicly that common law partner is also accepted in this category. Not only common law, actually even conjugal partner. We don't have time to talk about conjugal, but that's another category of marital sponsorship where people who are not even married, they can sponsor each other as a partner in conjugal relationship because of some legal problem they cannot marry. Shirish Ahuja is compulsory to file 2-year business term, file 1-year support. Shirish Ahuja, this is like question is asking, how much marks should we have in the school? Is it necessary to have 90% or 80% or 70%, 60%? Whatever percentage you have, the more the better. That's what it is. If it's not compulsory to file anything, if you have 1-year ITR, it is not good as 2-year ITR. If you have 3-year ITR, it's better than 2-year ITR. So whatever you can do, you know your facts, you know your documents, and the more the better. That's all it is. Bhatia Saab, sir, wife the study visa or India may wife no husband visa apply. So yeah, they can apply together. No problem. If husband and wife have enough funds together, they can apply together, and they can they can apply together with the study visa and the husband spouse visa together in one single packet. And based on the financial resources, there's no legal prohibition that says that the husband cannot apply. Some consultants feel that you should go to Canada first and get a letter of enrollment and get the study permit first, settle in, and that just to minimize some risks. But I've seen a lot of people, especially from different countries like China, Japan, and other countries, they come as husband and wife and they get the visa together. So it's not a big issue. Somebody is calling. I don't know who's calling. I think they're calling on the video. I can't take a video call on WhatsApp while I'm talking on YouTube. So call me on the regular thing. Somebody calling, I think, from India. Who's calling? Hello? I'm sorry, your voice is not clear. You have to try again. Your voice is not clear. Try back again, brother. Shubham Gupta, I'm bachelor, 3 years experience, and I can apply for work permit visa. Yes, Shubham Gupta, you can apply for any visa, provided you get your job offer, you can apply. Somebody's calling from India, but their voice is not clear. Let's see if I can say it now. Hello, how are you? Yeah, your voice is not clear. I think you're on a speaker phone. You need to come close and then talk loudly, brother. Okay, I'm sorry. You have to speak loudly. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. तेज बोलना पड़ेगा आपको. Yeah, somebody's calling and their voice is not clear, so I cannot. Your WhatsApp call is busy. Shirish Ahuja. Let's see who's calling. Maybe this call is a little clearer. Hello. 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 हाँ जी, कौन बोला जी? शिरीष बोल रहा हूँ सर. हाँ जी, शिरीष बोले.
पूछना था कि जैसे मैं न्यूली मैरिड हूँ अभी अगस्त में, तो मैंने 6 months अभी पहले रजिस्टर्ड किया, तो उसके लिए मुझे क्या क्या करना होगा सर?
मेरे को आपकी आवाज आई नहीं, दोबारा
पासपोर्ट
दोबारा से बोलो, क्या करें?
मैंने अगस्त में मैरिज हुई है मेरी, बिजनेस भी 6 month पहले रजिस्टर्ड किया मैंने, और अकाउंट में भी हमारे फ्रेश फंड है, मींस 1 month अभी पहले ही कराए थे अकाउंट में, हमने जॉइंट अकाउंट है हमारा उसमें। तो
आपकी वाइफ कब अप्लाई कर रही है वीजा के लिए?
उनका हो चुका सर,
अच्छा, कब जा रहा है उन्हें?
वो अभी नहीं सर, उनका मतलब अप्लाई करके प्रोसेस, मतलब है उनका है कि वीजा आ जाएगा उनका।
नहीं, उन्हें कब अप्लाई कर रहे हैं वो?
उनकी फाइल प्रोसेसिंग में है सर, उनका अभी परसों ही हमने अप्लाई किया, उनका कॉन्स्टोका का ऑफर लेटर आया था।
अच्छा, अब अच्छा, वीजा भी चल रहा है, अभी डिसीजन नहीं आया?
यस सर।
डिसीजन नहीं आया, ठीक है। जब उनका डिसीजन आ जाएगा, जब आ जाएगा तो आप अपना भी लगा लेना। आपके पास आपको 6 महीने की जो बैंक स्टेटमेंट चाहिए आपको, मैं आपको बताता हूँ क्या चाहिए। जो जो आपके पास है लगा लेना, जो नहीं है तो नहीं है। सो दैट्स व्हाट वी कैन डू। 6 महीने की आपकी बैंक स्टेटमेंट चाहिए आपको। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ सर जी, मेरी बात सुन लो आप पहले। आपके पास अगर आपके पास ये सब है तो आप लगा सकते हो, नहीं है तो there's nothing I can do, right? आपके पास मिनिमम 6 महीने की बैंक स्टेटमेंट होनी चाहिए, जिसमें एवरेज बैंक बैलेंस शो कर रहा है कि बैंक बैलेंस इंक्रीज कर रहा है। 2 लोगों के लिए कम से कम आप मान के चलें कि एटलीस्ट 12 से 13 लाख रुपए होने चाहिए आपके अकाउंट में, एट द लीस्ट। हाँ, इतना होना चाहिए तो आपका वीजा लग जाएगा। नहीं होगा तो उनको बहाना मिल जाएगा कि आपकी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट पुअर है। और कोई सवाल?
सर बट मैंने बिजनेस रजिस्टर्ड कराया 6 month पहले, बट मैं पिछले 1.5 साल से कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं। आपकी अपनी बैंक स्टेटमेंट तो होगी, पर्सनल बैंक स्टेटमेंट तो है आपकी?
यस, पर्सनल भी है सर, मेरा करंट अकाउंट भी ऑलरेडी ओपन हो गया जिससे मैंने रजिस्टर कराया भी।
अच्छा, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं।
और मेरे जैसे अब पैसा, अब ये पिछले 1.5 साल में इतना परसेंट स्टेबल नहीं हो जाता कि उसके पास 12 से 13 लाख हो जाए अकाउंट में।
सर जी, अब ये तो वीजा ऑफिसर को हम कैसे समझाएं कि हम स्टेबल हैं कि नहीं है? वो तो ये कह रहे हैं कि इतने फंड शो कर दोगे।
मेरे अकाउंट में है इतना पैसा, बट जैसे मेरे पेरेंट्स ने मुझे दिया है, एक्चुअली मेरी मदर की गवर्नमेंट जॉब थी, तो वो रिटायर है, तो उन्होंने मेरे अकाउंट में दिया पैसा उसमें।
ठीक है, आप जस्टिफाई कर दो, उनकी तरफ से लेटर लिखवा देना कि भाई उन्होंने पैसे हमें गिफ्ट दिए।
सर वो ऑलरेडी पिछले 1 ईयर से मेरे अकाउंट में है, ये भी लिखवाना पड़ेगा कि 1 ईयर पहले क्या हो सर? 1 ईयर से हो गया उसको ऑलरेडी मेरे अकाउंट में हो पैसे।
लिखवा लो, अच्छा है।
ओके, मतलब एक एफिडेविट लगवा दे कल को, लिखवा के।
हाँ, लिखवा लो कि पता लगे कि पैसा किसने दिया है।
ओके सर, और जो मैं अपनी इनकम शो कर रहा हूँ एवरी मंथ 35-40,000 रुपीज एवरी मंथ शो कर रहा हूँ।
चलो ठीक है, जो है तो है, सो क्या कर सकते, ठीक है।
बट सर एक हेल्दी उसके लिए कितने तक की रिटर्न होनी चाहिए मिनिमम?
सर जी, हेल्दी रिटर्न तो मेरे को पता नहीं, जितनी भी आपके रिटर्न हो, उससे ज्यादा मेरे ख्याल है कि वीजा ऑफिसर को ज्यादा लेना देना नहीं है कि आप शायद 30,000 शो कर रहे हो, 50,000 शो कर रहे हो, उससे ज्यादा नहीं है। मेरे ख्याल है कि जो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, हम देखते हैं कि जिन लोगों के पास 12-13 लाख 14 लाख रुपए हैं, उनके वीजे बहुत आसानी से लग जाते हैं। जिनके पास पैसे कम है तो उनको वो कहीं ना कहीं वो सेक्शन 201 भी डाल देते हैं।
और सर मिनिमम 6 मंथ की स्टेटमेंट होनी चाहिए।
I prefer 12 महीने की। अगर आप 6 महीने की तो 6 महीने लगा दो बॉस, क्या कर सकते हैं। Thank you. Somebody was calling from India. I think I could not take the call. आप दोबारा कॉल कर सकते हो अगर आपको, if you are online. I think you were calling from YouTube, so you can call again. A lot of people are typing current city only court marriage is okay because of family problems. I don't know what is court marriage. Yeah, court marriage is okay. There's no problem. If you cannot marry, then you have to marry in court. But you have to follow the procedure, the going to the court, and then you can go from there. I think let's see. Somebody is calling. Gagandeep calling. Gagandeep. I'm sorry. Hello. I think somebody is calling, but they will not talk. Maybe the voice is not audible. So court marriage is okay. Sunny, Sammy, I want to talk to you on call. Is it possible? Yes, I'm talking to, so you can call right now. I'm on YouTube, so if you call and discuss your problem, people are listening to the problem. Shubham Gupta, would you please guide me to how can I apply for job opportunities in Canada from India? I don't have any magic way, brother. All you have to do is search online, search for companies, and directly apply from there. Let me ask you this: if I have to work in India, if I have to find a job in India, how do I find? I have to go search for website and then look at the jobs. Same thing anywhere all over the country. If I have to work in Switzerland, I have to work through searching from the Google and finding out what the job sites are. There's no magic way. There are no consultants who have magic solution. Some consultants are charging a lot of money. I don't like it. I don't. It's not advisable. It's not that I want you to go there. All right, that's all it is. So, hey, thank you very much about these comments. All my purpose of this discussion was to emphasize that spouse in India who's applying for spouse work visa need a lot of income, a lot of cash balance, not much income, but cash balance to show that they are reasonably established in India. If you do not have on an average of close to 10 to 12 lakhs for people who are self-employed, especially who are in farming or maybe in the low job, then the visa is very difficult. Yes, but if you have a very good job, if you are earning 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, I've heard some IT engineers even earning much more than this, then cash balance is not much of a problem. If you have a good job, good salary, then cash balance is not a problem. But if you have not much of a good job, or if you are jobless, then we need a higher cash balance. All right, so it's just the ratio on this. All I had to say, and that's all it is. Let me just take some comments and we'll close up. एक्सप्रेस एंट्री में अगर कोई कनाडा आता है तो फिर पूरी फैमिली को पीआर मिलती है या फिर उसी बंदे को मिलती है? एक्सप्रेस एंट्री में बाटे साहब पूरी फैमिली को मिलती है। फैमिली मतलब हस्बैंड, वाइफ और डिपेंडेंट चिल्ड्रन, उन सबको पीआर मिलती है। एक बंदे को नहीं मिलती, सबको मिलती है। ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन चूज टू इग्नोर देम। अगर आपको निकालना है उन्हें, तो आप जब अप्लाई करते हो यू कैन चूज टू एक्सक्लूड देम, बट typically there's no point in doing that. All right. Thank you very much for your time. I guess I will talk to you later on a separate topic.